You can disagree with the casting, but here's a sentence I genuinely cannot believe I have to say in 2026. An African British actor being cast in a TV show does not justify AI generated minstrel memes. And yet, here we are. It's been around 2 weeks since HBO Max has dropped their Harry Potter TV show trailer, and as usual, the internet chose to lose their minds. While there is some valid discourse pertaining to creative direction, filming, and the recycling of narrative nostalgia, there's the other side of the internet. You know, that metaphorical dark alleyway that we should never go down, but unfortunately I did. Even if your timeline is like mine, where you've not deliberately gone out to find content around Harry Potter or Professor Snape, you may see sprinkles of Harry Potter content with a very distinct narrative, typically centered around one casting choice. That is Paapa Essiedu as Professor Snape, aka Black Snape. And clock this yet, if you watched my last video, you know where I stand on race swapping characters in the media. But here's what I have to say today, because apparently it's controversial. Are you ready? Okay, here it is. Disapproval of a casting does not justify racist actions, rhetoric, or behavior. I know, shocking, right? If you've been on any of the big social media platforms, you'll see waves of comments, AI-generated prompts, memes, and skits depicting Black Snape enacting negative, fabricated behavior, which is drenched in stereotypical and minstrelized imagery. And don't come to me with the, "Oh, it's just a joke" excuse. The content is designed to demean the idea of Black Snape, and by extension, portray the perceived ugliness of blackness itself. But here's the interesting thing, whether it was intentional or not, it also depicts the ongoing ugly undertones plaguing our society today. Here's what actually frustrated me enough to come out of my editing cave and share my thoughts on the issue. I can appreciate that the existence of a Black Snape in the Harry Potter universe raises concerns around tokenism and even misalignment with the lore of a beloved British story. I also get that mega corporations like HBO may want to rethink what seems like a half-baked attempt to create diversity and nuance in the stories we grew up with. I'm also open to the argument that an African British Snape could be an interesting and controversial way to explore social dynamics, as well as the themes of discrimination and class highlighted in the foundational lore of Harry Potter. But here's the gotcha. The moment you generate racist caricatures or start normalizing threats as justified behavior in response to your disapproval of a character choice, you give every person who disagrees with you the key to dismissing your argument. And it also increases the justification to ignore your objections altogether. And that's why I'm calling it. These demeaning Black Snape AI generated prompts, memes, and skits are lazy. And not only that, they are morally and strategically invasive. If you actually wanted to hold HBO accountable for what might be a surface level performative diversity play, you need your argument to be logical, not an echo chamber of actions rooted in the wrong side of historical social norms. So let me sum up where I stand, if I haven't made it clear. It's legitimate to challenge casting decisions if we don't like what we see. Also, the world is not designed to make everything palatable for everyone. But I'm certainly not saying that HBO has made the best creative decision when it comes to this series, because no one can say that yet, it's too early. But here's what I am saying, and I'm saying it with my full chest, it's that the existence of a Black Snape does not and will never justify the curation and distribution of minstrel content in any form. It does not provide a license to degrade any aspect of Black culture or African diasporan people. There's a clear line not to cross, and yet it seems like people still want to try and cross it. Honestly, this needed to be said before the next essay drops, because what HBO is actually doing with this franchise and Professor Snape is actually interesting, even though it's not agreeable to many. But if this got you thinking or got you heated, then drop in the comments, because I want to hear where you land. Like if you agree, subscribe if you're new, but either way, I'm gonna catch you in the next video, guys.